I have a question. Have you ever felt, even once, that you were alone and jealous of what others have? I mean, do you ever felt that you are not lovable or enough just because you are not rich or you don't have the life of other wealthy people?
Or have you ever felt that you are not lovable because you are not physically attractive?
If the answer is yes,
I want to share with you and my team a beautiful sonnet by William Shakespeare. This sonnet is for the fair youth and the dark ladies. Particularly for the fair youth, it's sonnet 29, when in disgrace with misfortune and men's eyes. And for the dark lady, it's sonnet 113, in the line, my mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun.
Now, if you want to delve into these beautiful sonnets with us, then let's go now. And I promise you, it will help you realize that feeling enough, feeling loved is not always about money and not always about physical appearance. Welcome back to our podcast episode 1,
Oh, to the very you.
particularly the Sonnet 29 entitled The Disgrace of the Fortune and Men's Eyes.
And now let's find first the literary devices of
Yes,
the
right.
Sonnet 29, right? What is metaphor?
It is like comparing two unlike things.
Yeah, that's correct.
All
So, in the line of the Sonnet 19, in when and disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, and this 9, the metaphorical comparison is between being disgraced with fortune or experiencing misfortune or bad luck, right?
Bad luck.
Yeah. And
His misfortune for his life.
yeah, and being in disgrace with men's eyes or feeling disapproval or rejection from society. This metaphor vividly conveys the speaker's sense of personal and societal struggle. And the next literary devices in Sonnet 29 is alliteration.
Alliteration.
So what is that?
So it's a repetition of
Yeah.
words of
Yeah,
correct,
that's
yes, or
right.
wrong. Repetition of words.
Yeah.
Right.
So the Sonnet 19, the line that I find it is the happily and think on T and then may state. So the repetition of the TH sound in think creates and then an alliterative effect. This technique adds a musical quality to the line and draws attention to the speakers. No?
Because alliteration can create some sounds which is its
Yeah.
rhythm is catching or captivating.
That is
so-
right, Florence.
Yes.
So contemplative state of mind. And now let's move on to personification. So what is personification?
It is like giving a human face to an object.
Yeah. So as the example, the line of the Sonnet 29 is desiring this man's art and that man's skill. So here the abstract concepts of desire and ambition are personified as actively desiring the artistic talent or this man's art. Yeah. And broad opportunities that man's go possessed by others. So this personification emphasizes the speaker's yearning and his content. And the fourth one is the imagery. Okay, and I know what is the imagery, but
Oh,
Yeah.
imagery. It includes some those kinds of olfactory, I guess, those tactile.
yeah.
Yes. It's giving lives
Yeah.
to the poem.
It's already yes.
Yes, that's right. So the example line of the Sonnet 29 is and troubled deaf heaven with my bottomless cries. So this line uses vivid imagery to depict the speaker's deep distress and sense of helplessness. Deep image of troubling the deaf heaven with bottomless cries evokes a powerful and emotional scene highlighting the speaker's um, attempts to seek and solace or divine intervention. So the last one is repetition.
Repetition.
Diba? Masabda naman kung sa repetition, no?
Repetition,
The word
yes.
repeat,
Yes.
right? Then the line is, they fortify sweet love, remembered, such wealth brings. So the repetition of Thai sweet love is emphasizes the significance and value of the beloved's affection in contrast to the speakers, right? The speaker's feelings of disgrace
Yes.
and despair.
Alright.
So this repetition underscores the emotional contrast within the poem. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's move on
So
to
now,
you, Flora.
we're going to proceed how William Shakespeare perceived the kind of Sonnet 29, which is their styles
Yeah.
in making that poem. So I can say that William Shakespeare's stylistic writing in Sonnet 29 is characterized as some sort of a masterful use of language,
Yeah.
imagery, those kind of artistic design,
Yeah.
those figure of speech. It's because there are some words that he wants to perceive, but most of people, or there are some people cannot digest it automatically. It's because there are some words that he used that needs a critical thinking skills in order for us to digest.
Yeah.
So now, here's how Shakespeare's style manifests in this sonnet. So there is some rich imagery in that sonnet 29. It's because it concludes some simile, metaphorical,
Yeah.
personification, those hyperbolic, just to perceive or just to shows what his emotion or his feelings that during that time. Anyways, that sonnet is focusing on what the some person which is misfortune for his life, which is his some sort of he's insecure to others. He wants to become them.
Yeah.
Yes, he wants to become them. Right. Yes, he's not wealthy. Is misfortune for his life. It becomes that he wants to curse his
Yeah.
life because of that. So I can say it's rich images because it's the line troubling death heavens with bootless cries. So if we're going to focus on that line, it's just a simple line.
Yeah.
But we're going to deep that it is the speakers want to state the deep desperation and sense of isolation. It's because some death. It's because if we're going to receive death, it's just an atmospheric where it is very silent. That kind of sonnet also has a metaphors and similes. In that sonnet, the sonnet is replete with metaphors and symbols that enhance its poetic beauty and deep and struck. There is some example, which is one striking example in the comparison of the speaker's mood to the. There are some line which is states the lark at break of day are rising from soul and earth, which not only creates a vivid image but also symbolizes speaker's emotional ascent from the sphere of hopefulness.
Yeah.
Yes, then another eight literary pieces I find in that sonnet is the paradox. Yes, in that sonnet, Shakespeare often employs paradoxical statements to highlight the complexity of human emotion and experiences. So, in Sonnet 29, the speakers express feelings of self-despising. He advised, and while simultaneously finding solace and contentment in thoughts of his beloved. So, in terms of its structure, that's usually William Shakespeare has its term iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter is a some metrical or meter which can be measured by its speed, which is by using its rhythm, which is if the structure with it start with unstressed syllable and followed by stressed syllable. So it is alternate from unstressed to stressed syllable, and it composed of usually 5 feet. And the rhyme scheme of that sonnet is A B A B C D C D E F G G. So it is usual. So rhyme scheme meaning like for example what Shakespeare want to perceive is A B A B, meaning the first or in the first line and the third line is rhyme, which is if we're going to see the last word if it's the same sounds, it has the same sound, it's rhyme. So now we're going to proceed Mace Virgin Baka. How can you say about the Sonnet 29 of William Shakespeare?
After hearing your interpretations and analysis, I can conclude that Shakespeare's Sonnet 29 is really indeed a beautiful sonnet. And I also observed that it explored the main theme of wealth. As what Miss Kathleen and Mr. Flores said in the beginning of the sonnet, the author or the narrator feels like an outcast and laments his life. He also laments his economic situation. However, later in the sonnet, he realizes that there is a special person, a sweet love who makes him feel wealthy and be happy. And by doing this, the narrator understands that there are two types of wealth, economic and spiritual. As well, those feelings can overwhelm one's thoughts and how a close relationship with someone can help quench those feelings of loneliness. So that's what I understand from what you're understood.
Is that it focuses the loneliness of a person, right? It's the
How
unworthy. He feels like unworthy. If you're going to reflect that kind of sonnet, how are you going to reflect that kind of sonnet?
It's like
What
how
can you say
can
about it?
a companion can help you feel like or avoid loneliness.
Yes, correct. Yes, I can say also. So, Miss, what can you say about that sonnet 29 of William Shakespeare?
In the sonnet Italian Shakespeare, it's full of loneliness, right?
Yes.
Loneliness.
Well, I can say that that sonnet is some sort of the author is not contented for what he has. Yes, he wants to become them, which is rich, which is wealthy. But instead, I can say if I'm his possession, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going. He's wishing to be better, but his wish is to be somewhat like them.
Yeah.
But for me, I want to become a better person or a bit better version of myself in my own way, not just copying for what they are and buying for what they are. Yes, it's some sort of an insecurity.
Yeah.
It's insecurity. So that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for watching our podcast today. This is episode 1. So I am Flores Jan Lazarito.
I'm Mary Jane Bahan.
And I'm Kathleen Marie Chilgetan.
So thank you for watching
our
our podcast episode.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.